Are you considering a move to Cambridge, Ontario? Well, this is definitely the video for you. In today's video, we're going to go over the 6 things that you need to know before making the move here to Cambridge, Ontario. Now, the first thing you're going to have to be well aware of is the city layout. Yes, Cambridge can be confusing at times. And many times when taking clients out, they frankly look at me and say, I don't understand Cambridge. What is this place? Well, it really consists of 3 different areas, which were 3 different towns which amalgamated to become what's known as Cambridge today. This includes Hespler in the north end, just on the north side of Highway 401, Preston in the western side, and finally Galt on the southern side. If you want to see a more in-depth video of Cambridge explained from a map perspective, made a video on that you can watch right now. Now, in terms of the 3 different areas, there's pros and cons to living in all of them. If I had to rank them from best to worst, I think Galt would be number 1 for the sheer beauty and elegance that Galt really has. Number 2, Hespler, again, very beautiful, kind of picturesque, does a really good job of incorporating the Grand River into its city, as well it has easy access to Highway 401 for those commuters. And finally, Preston, 3rd place. You are close to Highway 401. You do have a little bit of a downtown core. It is getting much better than what it used to be, but I think it's definitely 3rd place. Now, number 2 definitely is the natural beauty that the city of Cambridge has. The elevation that the city really has, it gives the city a certain dynamic to it that you won't really find in Kitchener and Waterloo. They're relatively flat, and in this case, I really think that the city of Cambridge really does a great job of incorporating the Grand River as well as the various hills and elevation. And you can see that in both all of the cores of the downtown core of Galt, downtown Preston, and downtown Hespler. They do a great job of incorporating the natural beauty. And there's multiple parks within the city of Cambridge as well. Now, the 3rd thing that we have here is the economy and job market. Now, the economy here in Cambridge, Ontario is quite good. It's still number 3 out of the 3 cities that incorporate the Waterloo region, but it is getting better. Throughout the years, Cambridge was a far last place in terms of the 3 cities, and now it's really catching up. Definitely more reliant a little bit more on the manufacturing side with the Toyota manufacturer on the northern end of Cambridge in the Hespler area. But I think if you are looking for a job here in Cambridge, Ontario, definitely it's a great place to call home, as well as the average household income is pretty high in comparison to the rest of Canada. And of course, leading on to that, one of the crucial factors when considering a move to another city in another country, or in the same country in fact, is what is the real estate cost? Let's compare Toronto and Cambridge, for example, and you're really gonna see the cost savings. If you look at the average sale price for July of 2023, in Cambridge, it was $771,413. The average sale price in the Greater Toronto area was $1,118,000. Now, what really makes the difference here is looking at the detached prices of both the Greater Toronto area and Cambridge, and you're not going to save $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, but almost $600,000 if you are making the move from the GTA to Cambridge, Ontario. If you look at July 2023, the average detached price for Cambridge, Ontario was just over $857,000. In the Greater Toronto area, the average detached price was $1,427,257. This is a savings of $570,000. Not to mention, in general, the city of Cambridge, you're gonna have larger plots of land as it is a less dense city than you do find in the Greater Toronto area. And of course, if you are considering a move, you might be looking at the new construction. Whereabouts are they building in the city? Well, they're building basically on the northern end, the western end, and the southern end, which is great because you're gonna have a multitude of options. If you're looking at Hespler, they're moving just on the northern bounds of the Grand River right now. There's a few developments going on there. When it comes to Preston and Western Galt, they're building out on the western side. There's an excellent new master plan community, which is gonna be absolutely gorgeous when it's finished, which is Westwood Village, where they're gonna have multiple builders in there, great builders in fact, like Ridgeview Homes, Kenmore Homes, and a few others that are building both townhomes and detached homes, as well as new schools and new parks, as well as the awesome natural beauty within that area, which runs along the Grand River. I really do like Western Galt, and I'm really excited to see this new project of Westwood Village come to fruition. And in the southern end, you're going to be looking at Southern Galt, moving into with the city of Hamilton. On the outer bounds there's also some new developments going on there with detached homes. A lot of new developments in Cambridge, Ontario are more geared towards townhouses and detached, unlike in Kitchener and Waterloo, where they are really focusing on that densification and condo developments. So if you are looking for a new construction, definitely Cambridge can provide that. And if you want to book a call with me, continue this conversation, you definitely can in the first link in the description, or call, text, or email. Now, when it comes to the transportation in this city, it's pretty good for the most part. There's a few bottlenecks that you'll have to be cognizant of, and definitely Cambridge is going to be better in the future. It's going to be very exciting with the expansion of the LRT. So eventually, probably in the 2030s, it's a little bit further out, I understand that, but you'll be able to go from the southern end of Cambridge, Galt, all the way to the northern end of Waterloo via the LRT, which is a dedicated light rail transit system that will run from the north to the south. It'll be over 40 kilometers long. Right now, it's currently just in service between the north end of Waterloo and the southern end of Cambridge, but it looks like the plans will go ahead to Cambridge, Ontario, and it will cost nearly double what it cost to build the first stage, which was Waterloo to Kitchener, because of the sheer elevation as well as natural landscape that Cambridge does in fact have to account for all of this other construction works that will have to be accounted for. Well, if you enjoyed this video and you want to know everything that's happening here in the Waterloo region, please click the like button and subscribe.